Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment for his team. 7-0, undefeated. They have been able to prove it everyone wrong all season long. But nothing they've done before matters in this game. He said this is going to be a very challenging opponent, and I've told our team, if we want to stay undefeated, we have to be perfect, one play at a time. That's how we'll do our job. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. Headed out to lead this team is John Mateer. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
Makes the catch. It's Sategna. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Finds a spot in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Robinson. There's some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Lowers those pads. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Play fake, Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Now here's Sellers. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Throwing, Sellers. Under fire, and it's a sack.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out.
Maybe some room here. Jumped on top of the pile. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Sellers from the gun on third down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's got great speed. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Dumps it off in the flats. Makes the grab and room to run. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Lets it fly. Finds space on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Sellers. Here's a heat. And they got it.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Now adjusting. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a grab on the shot. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Robinson. Here's a little room there. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Mateer. Lets it fly. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Sellers to throw. Rushes on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. fired. On the last play, they'll go back to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 50. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the pressure. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Running through contact. A huge chunk play. It all the way down to the 11. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Running inside. It's McAllister. Picks up the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Sellers. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 4 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Scarlet Knights coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Norman. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a KO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give on the counter. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. There he goes! Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Under fire. And down he goes.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Pressure coming. He gets away. Looking for room at the 25. Avoids the punishment with the slide and a good gain on that run. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Looking for a huge play. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Batir. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. Sellers. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. There's a crease. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Off play action. He's going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run the counter. Can't get him to the ground. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Robinson. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught, and he's got room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. On the ground with the counter. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the inside give. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're
turning it on! Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. On third down, here's Robinson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The option, the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Here's Sellers to throw. Sets up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Got his man. Up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And there's nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's